Last video we talked about the triangle exterior angle theorem. It says the measure of any exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles. So this is what we're talking about. This is an exterior angle. These would be the remote interior angles. That's an interior angle there as well, but it's not remote interior because the remote interiors don't touch the exterior angle. So these two remote interiors add together to give you that angle. That's going to save you some time. Do you need this theorem? Definitely not. You could figure out the measure of this angle and then work backwards to find whatever one's missing there. But this saves you time. That's what theorems do. Same thing with this theorem. This is theorem 5.2. It tells you the acute angles of a right triangle are complementary. Think about that for a second. This triangle is a right triangle, so that's a 90-degree angle. So we know there's 180 degrees total in a triangle. If you take away the 90-degree angle that we have, what are you left with? 90 degrees. Well, these are two acute angles. They have to be, if it's a right triangle. They're going to add up to that 90. So we want to find x. So instead of writing, you could use the triangle angle sum theorem to say that 2x plus 3x plus 90 equals 180. That's the triangle angle sum theorem. But this theorem, 5.2, makes it a little bit easier. It tells you just to take the two acute angles and just make them 90 right from the beginning. So it's a little bit shorter of an equation. That way you know that 5x equals 90. And then you divide by 5. So x would be 18. Now, that's not the measures of the angles, obviously. These angles are different. 2 times x. So this is 2 times 18. That gives you 36 degrees. And this is 3 times 18, which would be 54 degrees. And you know that you're right because 36 and 54 add up to the 90 degrees that you needed. Here's example 4. We want to find x, the measure of angle A, and the measure of angle B. You could write this big, long algebraic equation using the triangle angle sum theorem if you wanted to. Or you could use the shortcut, that theorem 2.5 that we just talked about. I'm sorry, theorem 5.2. Take this acute angle and this acute angle, and you're going to add them. Because we know together they add up to 90 degrees because it's a right triangle. So now we'll just combine our like terms since there's 4 terms on the left side. There's 2 x's and there's also 24. We're going to subtract 24 from both sides. That'll leave us with 2x equals 66. Divide by 2. X is 33. That's not all that we do. They want you to find the measure of angle A and the measure of angle B. So you got to go back and plug in. What is 33 plus 15? It's 48 degrees. What is 33 plus 9? 42 degrees. Are you comfortable with those answers? 48 and 42. Didn't they add up to 90? That's how you know that you're right. Here's the last theorem for the section. The measure of each angle of an equilateral triangle is 60. We talked about that already. If all of your angles add up to 180 and they're all the same, notice how all these sides are the same? That means all the angles are the same. Your 180 degrees that you have, if all the angles are the same, You divide by 3, they all have to be 60. So the next time you see a problem like this, and you definitely will in your homework, you don't need to do any math. You don't need to do any higher level thinking. The theorem tells you the measure of each angle there is 60.